On location with the Pet Shop Boys and featuring, of course, all the brand new releases and album previews, this is First Look. Hello there, welcome to First Look, a very special First Look as we are on location with the Pet Shop Boys. Welcome once again to MTV, and I know you wouldn't normally do this kind of thing, but what's happening?
Well, we're in the middle of a video shoot, and this is our new look for the next single. It's meant to be, well, I don't know whether it is or not, but it's meant to be sort of like 60s beatnik sort of look, and we're wearing wigs for the first time in a video.
Right.
Because of course we have worn wigs before on stage, you know, concerts and things, but it's
but never before on video.
Yeah.
Do you like making videos as a thing there? Is it enjoyable?
It has brief moments of enjoyment, but it's a long day normally. I mean, this is going to go on until 3 o'clock in the morning or something, apparently. And
they didn't tell us that.
There's a lot, and you'll have to stay till the very end. And there's a lot of hanging around, as you know. But I mean, it's, you know, you can read lots of magazines.
Yeah. Catch up on your books.
Catch up on
do a bit of writing,
exactly.
And of course the end result is the wonderful thing.
Well, it's always exciting with this kind of video because although, you know, it's a long shoot, they then spend about 10 days post-production, and we don't really see anything till they've done about a week's work, and then you really get an idea of what it's going to look like. It's almost impossible from this to see what it's going to look like, I think.
It justifies the wigs and everything at the end.
Hopefully, yes.
Well, stay with us. We're going to find out all the behind details of what's going on today, and of course we're also checking out all the brand new videos this week, like this one. First Look, and we are here at the video shoot for the third single from the Pet Shop Boys album Very, and the director of all 3 videos so far, Howard Green Halge, as you've just corrected me.
Absolutely,
I said Green Hall, but
well,
it's
that's how I pronounce it anyway.
Okay, well, now we know. Now this particular song, as we said, third one, Pet Shop Boys. What's the title? I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing. Now, did that inspire a whole new video concept for this, or is it still in keeping with what we know from the past 2 videos?
Well, it's along the same lines. It's a computer graphics kind of crazy idea, and it basically, we thought, you know, what would the Pet Shop Boys not normally do? And of course, we all know the Pet Shop Boys are very good at doing nothing. Right. So this is kind of like the opposite of doing nothing, in the way that they're going from drinking tea, which is one of the most nothing things you can do, to like a full action combat fight, which is what you wouldn't normally do.
Not if you're one of the Pet Shop Boys, anyway.
Absolutely,
no, that kung fu stuff and things.
No.
But for yourselves, did you know when you started with the first video that you'd be making 3 together, or even more, or was it just you've taken each video as they come?
I think we took originally we took it as they came. The first video was such an experiment, both for me and for them. You know, you can start with great ideas. I mean, all we started was, okay, they came with David Fielding, says we're dressed like this and we've got a blue egg. And we know you know a bit about computer graphics, so you know, let's try and do something like that. And that's basically where we came from. Yeah. And somehow, God knows how, it worked, which led to Go West, which was a little bit of a different storyline kind of thing. Yeah. And now we're kind of going back to a more kind of stylistic, fashion, 60s, kung fu, Mortal Kombat thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're going to be talking to David Fielding in a short while. But before we do that, we'll take a look at the album reviews. Let's look, Pet Shop Boys, a video shoot, and the man responsible for those costumes the boys are wearing there today, David Fielding. Welcome to the show today. Can you tell us what inspired you to put the Pet Shop Boys in those clothes?
Well, the starting point was wigs this time. So we've been through a repertoire of hats. There may be more to come, more wigs to come, perhaps. Right. But the idea was originally something that maybe could even be worn out, as it were, after in the street clothing, street. We haven't seen this happen yet, but I'm hoping for it at some point.
Yeah, the pointed hats haven't quite caught on yet as a
might
fashion
make another
statement.
reappearance as well somewhere at some point.
Thing. How do you find yourself working in this medium, the sort of pop video medium, as compared to the world from which you come from and which you usually work in?
I think the turnovers are much faster. The speed at which we had to put these things together. I usually have like 6 months if I'm working in the theatre, preparation time, and finding new materials and getting people to put them together at that speed is difficult. Right. Manufacturing shoes, special types of shoes, because I think the whole fashion world, couture world, is also geared up to a slightly longer term advance notice for getting things sorted out. Also, I think if you're designing in bulk, the industry is catering for that, but when you're wanting like 1 or 2 things run off, it's quite difficult to persuade people to do stuff for you.
So it's faster, but I suppose at the same time inspiring as well.
Oh yeah, it's a challenge, it's interesting, and it has fascinating results as well. Yeah. But we find all sorts of... This material came as a byproduct of the hospital industry, because the diving suit people we were working with last time are manufacturing it now to use in breakages, arms, slings, that sort of thing. And he said he'd just starting to produce it, so would we be interested in having a look at it as a sort of fashion item?
And the Pet Shop Boys are wearing.
We've got it. Yeah.
Well, we'll be taking a further look at them later on in those clothes, but right now we'll see what else is in production this week. Motion control cameras, computers, blue screens. What is all this stuff? Thought we were here to shoot a video. Join me after the break. We'll have the lowdown on all the technology that's available here, and of course we'll be catching up with all of this week's brand new videos. First look, don't move your bodies. See you anon. Welcome back then to First Look. We're at the Pet Shop Boys video shoot, and we're literally behind the cameras here with Roger and Simon, who are in control of a thing called is it motion control camera?
Indeed, yeah, motion control rig.
So what is this motion control camera?
We've been responsible, well, we are responsible for the animation on the job, and part of that is to recreate an environment inside the computer which the Pet Shop Boys can interact with, and you need a motion control rig to enable you to take the camera data and feed it into the computer, so you can effectively match up the live action with the environment that we create inside the computer.
So what happens is every move that the camera makes here goes into the computer.
That's right, yeah.
And then you go back
simple.
then you go back to the edit suite and you can reproduce those things again.
That's right, yeah.
Inside the environment you've created for the Pet Shop Boys.
That's right, yeah.
I know all these things. They told me all that before we started, by the way. But for this kind of equipment, I mean, what kind of money are you talking about for this kind of... Is it really...
It's quite serious money for obviously all the equipment that controls the camera and the camera equipment itself. Right. We do animation on, well, they're fairly small computers back at our office. But you're talking about tens and, well, hundreds of thousands of pounds, really.
It's save up your pocket money,
exactly,
if you want to do the video.
Yeah.
All right. Well, people who've been saving up their money this week with brand new videos, we can take a look at right now. One more video to go on this week's show as we finish off our day here with the Pet Shop Boys and their brand new single, which is called...
I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing.
Because I never said that at the beginning. Now, is this actually going to continue, the actual relationship? You've made 3 videos now. How much further can it go?
Well, we're going to be doing another one with Howard and David Fielding. What we want to do with the next one, what we're trying to get towards is having the whole thing animated, computer animation, so that we're not really in it at all as real people. The figures of us are animated and synced with the track. That's what we want to try and do with the next one.